Good morning and welcome to another Wingman workout. Glad to see you again today for another practice where we practice raising our vibration and bringing more positive energy into our lives. So this weekend, I caught a massive head cold starting around 2 o'clock Friday afternoon. Now that wouldn't be a big deal other than the fact that last night we had tickets. Somehow through someone I met, we were able to get tickets to the Royal Shakespeare Theatre in Stratford-on-Avon, Shakespeare's original theater, where they were playing King Lear. It's a sold-out performance, and last night was their last showing, and we were so excited to be going. But I got this cold and could not go. There's just no question. I was hanging out in bed. There's no way I was able to get out of bed and go. And when something like that happens, something you want to have happen doesn't happen, it's easy to fall into a pity party and I'm sorry and just get into a real negative vibration, which, as we all know, can take you down the rabbit hole. I like to stop it as quickly as I can. I'm not saying I don't have a little pity party and feel bad, but I like to turn that around as quickly as I can before that negative vibration, that momentum takes hold. And to do that, what I started doing this weekend was, or last night and this morning really, was saying everything, there's a reason for everything. Everything happens for a reason, I guess is the actual saying. Everything happens for a reason. Now, I'm not sure I always believe that, but I will tell you I say that when something negative happens. And I say it to myself to get over the fact that something happened that I did not want to have happen. It gets me back on a positive momentum. And when I get back on a positive momentum, we both know everything happens better and better and better once you start bringing more positive energy in. Let's face it, in life, things are going to happen that are going to knock you back. The game is to be able to change that vibration that you're sending out from negative to positive. Because as you do, science takes over. And an object in motion stays in motion. And your momentum, your vibration, starts going more and more and more positive. Anyway, say it with me. Everything happens for a reason. And let's say it for 1 minute and actually feel that. For me, I'm going to think that last night, perhaps because it was raining and I'm driving obviously in England on the opposite side of the road and on the opposite side of the car, maybe I would have had an accident. I'm going to think that everything happens for a reason, and it's good that we didn't go last night. You do the same with whatever you come up with. Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Something good will come of this. Everything happens for a reason. Something good will come from this. Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Something good will come from this. Everything happens for a reason. Something good will come from this. Everything happens for a reason. Something good will come from this. Everything happens for a reason. Something good will come from this. Everything happens for a reason. Something good will come from this. Everything happens for a reason. Something good will come from this. Thank you for joining me for that 1 minute of raising our vibration. I know when we do it together and collectively, it makes it easier for all of us individually to have more positive energy. As always, you can follow me on Facebook at Be Your Own Wingman, on YouTube at Be Your Own Wingman, or on Twitter at Wingman Michael. Glad you could make it today. I'll see you again tomorrow. This is your Wingman Michael signing off.